Yo, what is up? Welcome back to Undisputed Champions. You know, um, welcome back. Where I give you boxing reviews and boxing breakdowns. So let's get into it. So today we're gonna talk about Terence Crawford's hit list. Yes, I said Terence Crawford has a hit list. It has Errol Spence on that list and Jermell Charlo, one of the Charlo twins. Now we're gonna talk about them. Now, what I think about this fight, about both fights, y'all already seen my breakdown on what I think um, Bud will do to Errol Spence. I think Bud just wins that fight, if you just ask me. As you can see, Errol is relentless and he's consistent, and he can dish it out and he can take it. He's strong, he's fast, he does the fundamentals. Um, he's the full package. He's the truth. That's why they call him Earl the True Spence. But Jermell Charlo, man, what do I gotta say about him? I think Jermell Charlo is a good champion. He's a good fighter, but I just don't think that he has the boxing intelligence to deal with somebody like Crawford. I don't think he has the IQ or the tools to deal with somebody like Crawford. If you ask me, I feel like, before his loss, he was just banking on his power. He was just banking on hitting you and getting you out of there. And to me, that's a sure loss in my eyes. And I don't think Charlo can deal with the speed and quickness and even power of Crawford, because Charlo gets hit. That's just the truth. He gets hit, and when he gets hit, he usually backs up. He's a come forward fighter. He likes to come forward. He likes to push the aggression. But with somebody like Crawford, he neutralizes your aggression because his superb intellect and his counterpunching abilities. We seen Charlo get outboxed by Tony Harrison. And then the second fight, all he did was just add up on the pressure. But I felt like that was Tony Harrison's fault because he didn't take the fight serious. He didn't take the fight serious the second time around. He didn't put in that work. You can just tell in that fight. And I felt like that's the reason why Tony Harrison lost that fight with Charlo. But Errol Spence, man, I think that fight is going to sell tickets because I don't think it's just going to be one fight, And I don't think it's just going to be one-sided. I think if Terence want to win, he got to make it clear. You got to make it plain and clear. You got to make it simple and plain. He cannot go in there and underestimate anything that Errol brings to the table. That's just the truth. Now, he said after he finished Errol, he said it just like this: after I finish Errol, I'm going up and I'm fighting Charlo. He said that. He said after I go in there and I take care of Errol, I'm taking care of Charlo. And that this is coming from Bud's mouth himself. Now, I never really had an issue with the Charlo brothers, but I just felt like, I really think that they're good fighters, him and the brother. But I just don't think that they're any way near the skill level of a Terence Crawford. Yeah, he punch hard. Yeah, he has power. But having power is not enough. We see what happens with people that just bank on that power. We see what happens. It happened to Mike Tyson when he fought Evander Holyfield. It happened to Deontay Wilder when he fought Fury. He lost 3 times in my eyes. I feel like he got outboxed. If he didn't get that knockdown in the first fight, it would have never been a draw. It would have never been a draw. What's his name was supposed to win that fight. The second fight, we all know what happened. The second fight, third fight, that was a championship fight. That was a fight that really showed me, like, okay, Deontay got heart, but having heart without skills is useless. That's like having a gun without bullets. That's exactly what it's like. Having heart without skills is useless. You can have all the heart and all the toughness that you want. I've seen plenty of guys in the gym, tough, street dudes. You know what I'm saying? But their pride and their ego gets hurt when they get in that ring. You know why? Because it's different when you're competing based on skill and not just your toughness and not just, your heart. Because, if you want to survive in the streets, that's all you really need is heart. But when you get in that ring, it's different. It's a different mentality that you got to have. You got to have heart. You got to have that. You got to have a chin. But you also got to have a brain. You got to be able to think under pressure. You got to be able to see things and observe things within seconds. And I feel like somebody like Terence Crawford, he coming for these guys. Everybody calling Errol Spence the boogeyman. That's what they call him. They call him the boogeyman. And everybody remember that when Terence ran into Errol and he was like, how you the boogeyman when I'm chasing you? How you the boogeyman when I'm chasing you? He kept repeating that. And Terence made a very good point. If I'm trying to fight you, how are you the person that everybody's scared of? That they say everybody's scared of? One thing about Terence, I feel like he don't I don't want to say the word promote because that gives a certain image. I want to say he doesn't really say too much about himself. He's the type of guy that let it speak for itself. But in this era and in this day and age, even in the business, all the way back to the Muhammad Ali days, you had to promote yourself. Muhammad Ali made so much money back in them days because he promoted himself. He bragged on himself. He said, I'm the fastest man alive. There's nobody that can beat me. There's nobody that can match me. He made poems that's still legendary to this day. Person like Floyd Mayweather, Sugar Ray Leonard. These guys had a sales pitch. And in this sport, you got to have a sales pitch. Because what happens is you make people that don't watch boxing and is not a fan of boxing watch boxing. Now, when you do that, you're going to make more money. It's inevitable when you mix that together. Even somebody like Adrian Broner, who had the flashy persona, the trash talk. Everybody was hoping that Floyd's career went like Adrian Broner's career. And I'm not saying that Adrian Broner had a bad career. That's not what I'm saying. But everybody know that AB is not the top guy anymore. And once upon a time, he was. But right now, he's not. Everybody's looking at other places, right? I'm talking about Adrian Broner. Now, I still think Adrian Broner is a good champion. Can he compete with somebody like Errol? I don't think so. Can he compete with somebody like Terence? I don't think so. I think AB, he didn't take the game serious. And it showed at the end of the day. Certain things that Adrian Broner does, it just doesn't work anymore. But as far as Jermell Charlo and Errol Spence, you've been warned by Terence Bud Crawford. Now, I know you guys are dangerous. But this dude right here, man, the only way you stopping him is if you knock him out. Both of these guys. You're not beating Terence Crawford. Boxing. You're just not. Because Terence is too fast. He's too sharp. If you're going to beat him, you would have to have unrelenting, consistent pressure. Pretty much like this fight. That's what you're going to have in order to beat somebody like a Terence Crawford. Because guys like him, they don't go down easy. Sometimes they don't go down at all. Everybody said he got knocked down against the Kavyaskis. Okay. But I'm just keeping it real. This dude is Terence is nothing to be trifled with, and he's nothing to be taken lightly. And I see that a lot in the comments of the video. But we shall see. That's all I'm gonna say. We shall see on what's gonna happen. I got Terence beating both of these dudes, to be honest with you, because I see a lot of flaws that somebody even like Boots can capitalize on, and their skill. I think Boots is a very skillful fighter. I might make a video on him next. But yeah, what I need y'all to do, I need y'all to click that like button, subscribe, and show me all the love and support. Thank you.